Star Wars Battlefront 2, all you need to know. The trailer for the new game has just been revealed yesterday, confirming tons of rumours, and it makes true on the leaks that dropped out earlier on in the week. I'm going to cover everything about the game that we know so far, and actually, there's quite a lot to go through. First and foremost, we're going to start with the single-player campaign. Now this will be a Star Wars canon story, developed between the team at Motive and Lucasfilm, and you get to play the role of Commander Iden Versio, who is the leader of the Galactic Empire's elite special forces unit called Inferno Squad. After witnessing the destruction of the second Death Star, Iden's team embarks on an extraordinary odyssey of revenge, betrayal and redemption, spanning the 30-year gap between Star Wars Return of the Jedi and Star Wars The Force Awakens. That's been taken from the Star Wars website. Her team are all trained in different methods of combat, so you can expect to be using vehicles alongside ground combat, and Iden has her very own droid accompanying her along the way. It attaches to the back of her armour, and it will have some impact on the gameplay experience as well. You can see that in the trailer just here. Does look very interesting, that. This was fairly unexpected, however, a story directly from the perspective of the dark side. According to the Motive team, they really wanted to explore and perhaps explain why can people continue to follow the Empire. Who were the people under the masks? Something else from this canon story, and exclusive to Battlefront 2, is a brand new planet called Vardos. This is an Imperial planet that hosts children who grow up idolizing those elite troopers of the Empire. You will of course have opportunities to play as the hero characters as well in this campaign. From the trailer, we can see Luke Skywalker in his Return of the Jedi outfit, and revealed on the stream yesterday, you'll also be able to play as Kylo Ren as well. Second thing you need to know, you're getting an expanded multiplayer experience with Battlefront 2. New heroes are coming. You've got Darth Maul, Yoda, Kylo Ren, Rey, and that's adding to the original heroes that were in Battlefront 2015, and they'll all be making an appearance in a game mode where you can play as prequel, original and new trilogy heroes all together. Perhaps it's Hero Blast from the original game, maybe it's something different, but the fact that you can play as all eras in one game mode does sound pretty cool. EA has also confirmed that the manner in which you obtain heroes during normal game modes will be different from the previous game. Seems like there'll be no more hunt the pickup in this new entry. You'll be able to play in massive multiplayer fights featuring up to 40 players, so that's similar to the 2015 game, across all three eras as well. This means weapons and vehicles coming from all three eras mixing together in certain game modes. EA have specifically pointed out, however, no content from the recent spin-off film Rogue One or Star Wars Rebels will be present in the game. But I think the biggest additions here to the multiplayer are space battles and the trooper classes. First of all, space battles will be a true multiplayer mode featuring up to 24 players, and it's being developed by Criterion, so an entirely separate studio from DICE, who are making the standard multiplayer experience. Here's the official description for space battles in Battlefront 2. Wage war in spectacular space battle scenarios. Weave between asteroids, fly across Imperial dockyards, and take down massive capital ships. Pilot renowned craft like the Millennium Falcon or Luke Skywalker's X-Wing in exciting dogfights with up to 24 players. Alongside that official info, it has been revealed that all of the ships in Battlefront 2 will have their own progression paths and customization options as well. So you won't just be going into a vehicle that's pre-set up for you, you will have lots more control than the previous game. So you'll be able to build up your favorite craft and then go for it in the space battles. The The second thing I mentioned, trooper classes. These are now your choices in multiplayer. Not these specific characters, you'll be able to change and customize those, so you can give it a look and a feel that's personal to you, but it replaces the standalone hands feature from Battlefront 2015. Each of these classes, as with the ships, will have their own progression, their own customization, and their own upgrade paths built into the multiplayer, so you'll be able to pick your favourite loadout and then work on them and improve them as you wish. The classes will have defining features to them, although that wasn't detailed in the stream, so we don't know just yet what these classes are going to be, but essentially think of Battlefield's class system and then think that Battlefront 2 is going to use something very similar to that. I'd be surprised if it was too much different. Those trooper classes will be in use during the standard multiplayer section of the game, with DICE taking the lead on that. So you've got Motive on the single player campaign, Criterion on the space battles, and DICE on your standard multiplayer. And from the website, standard multiplayer seems to be called Planetary Engagements. As I mentioned, all three eras will be present, so you can expect areas like Theed, Takodana, Starkiller Base, Yavin, Mos Eisley, Endor Hoth, and even more apparently. That sounds like a hell of a lot more than we got in the last game. You'll also be able to set up skirmishes against AI, and there's some yet unannounced game modes still to come. EA even confirmed the existence of Tauntauns in the game. You'll be able to ride them to get to different places on Hoth a little bit faster during the multiplayer. The third thing that you need to know, there's going to be a split screen co-op option for players on the Xbox One and the PS4. This is big news if you want to invite a friend round to your house so they can play the game with you. Now, it will be an offline experience, and likely that means you're going to be playing against AI, but any experience you gain by teaming up with your friends against this AI will be transferred to multiplayer, so you won't be missing out. Fourth thing on the list, there will be no Season Pass for Battlefront 2, and instead EA will be taking a different approach with this title. This information is taken from an article written by Mashable, which is linked down in the description. Bernd Dimer, DICE's Battlefront 2 creative director, admitted that it's dangerous to the health of a game's community when new maps and new modes are locked behind a paywall. It creates a situation where, as he put it, the community is falling apart because there are simply not many people playing the different modes, so we definitely want to avoid that. EA haven't said what they'll be replacing the Season Pass model with, but this is great news for all gamers out there, because it sounds like when you buy Star Wars Battlefront 2, you won't be expected to lay down even more money to access more content. And of course, I should probably let you know when you can actually get your hands on this game. Well, a worldwide release of Star Wars Battlefront 2 is coming on November the 17th, 2017. That's just before the new film, The Last Jedi, and there will be content in this game from that film as well. I'll leave the decision up to you if you want to play it and see spoilers or not. However, there are ways to play the game even earlier than the 17th of November. You'll be able to play from the 9th of November via a trial on EA's Access service on the Xbox One and Origin Access on the PC, and you can play from November the 14th if you pre-order the Elite Trooper Deluxe Edition of Battlefront 2. In terms of gameplay, you're not getting any of that at the moment. The trailer that was revealed was all in-engine footage, it wasn't technically gameplay, and apparently it's representative of the PS4 experience of the game. But because it's in-engine, I would say it's not really representative of the game at all, and until we see some proper gameplay, I wouldn't set much store by what you've seen in the trailer in terms of graphics. In terms of content, the trailer has given us a good idea, but for graphics and really what it's going to look like, I suggest you wait for gameplay further down the line. My guess, that's coming at EA Play in June. I guess we're going to have to sit tight and wait until then. So, that's all there is to know about Battlefront 2 right now. Let me know if you're excited for this game down in the comments, and let me know what caught your eye most from the reveal if you managed to watch it. But until next time, my name is Westie, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.